It's your girl S Neo here, and we're gonna play something a little bit dramatic. Usually I like really colorful games and stuff, but we need a bit of a break from Gancia, so we're gonna play crime opera, The Butterfly Effect. Alright, look at these kids. Apparently they're kids. I thought the two at the top were adults, but those are all the kids in the game. But anyway, can't go wrong with a crime thriller. Hopefully it's good. So let's see. Let's start. We're gonna do visual novel because I like having choices. Alright, chapter 1, Shauna's family. It's weird. It feels almost like the waves are throwing the wind directly at my face. Just as the water begins to topple over itself, I feel the soft breeze getting cooler and stronger as it reaches my skin. It's like the waves are alive, reaching out to say hello. I know, that's such a childish thought. And I'm glad my parents can't read my mind, because if they could, they would scold me for sure. They remind me all the time now that I'm not such a little kid anymore. I'm 12 whole years old, because that's old. I have to start thinking like a grown-up. In a few short months, I'll finally be a teenager. And as I've been told, I have to start setting an example for my younger brothers and sisters. Still, it's hard to shake the feeling that the waves are trying really, really hard to tell me something. Because waves can talk. And maybe I'm just not listening hard enough. Because they're totally saying something. Mom always tells me that I never listen when I'm supposed to. But it isn't my fault that I have more important things to think about most of the time. Like nothing. She says that's the reason I never properly learned to speak Italian, which is the language that my dad speaks all the time. Mom speaks it sometimes too, but not as often. I think it's because Dad always makes fun of her accent. What a jerk. They tried to teach me when I was littler, but it was too hard. It wasn't at all because I didn't pay attention. It sounds really stupid anyway. I don't know why people bother to try and learn it in the first place. You only really need to know one language anyway. And here in America, most people only speak English. I know, I'm constantly being reminded that I could have a great career in translation when I'm older, but that isn't what I want to do at all. Mom has always said that I can be anything I want, as long as I work really hard for it. I listen when she tells me that, at least. I don't have to listen to her all the time to know how things are. Sometimes I just know things, like how her and Dad don't really get along very well anymore. In fact, I can barely remember a time when they ever did get along. I know, it all has something to do with my dad's work. He doesn't let me know anything about his job, and Mom gets really angry at him whenever I ask about it. She doesn't say anything to him in an angry way. She just gets this weird look on her face and leaves the room. That's when you know she's really angry. She doesn't yell very much when she's mad. Not the way Dad does, anyway. He gets really loud and likes to throw things, like a baby in public. Now that I'm older, he likes to hit me when I'm being bad. Girl, what are you talking about? Are we having to call 911? The only time Mom ever yells is when he does that. She doesn't think I'm old enough to get hit yet. You know, because there's an age that you can get hit. You can be old enough to get hit. For real. I don't think he should ever be able to hit me. I don't think I'm really a bad kid either. That's what all bad kids think. But I'm different. Not bad enough that I should get big punishments like that, at least. I always hated being spanked when I was little, but being hit in the face with an open hand hurts a lot more. Now I miss being spanked. How about none of those? It doesn't seem fair. Just because I'm the oldest daughter, I get much worse punishment than my younger sister does. But then again, my younger brothers have been belted a few times because they're boys, and I would probably hate that even more. Mom doesn't like it when he does that to them either. I think she would stop him if she was strong like he is. She tries to stop him as best she can by yelling at him and putting herself between me and Dad, or between him and my brothers. It always ends the same way though. We still get punished, and then Mom and Dad fight for the rest of the night. I wonder why things always get harder when you get older. When I was little, I always wanted to grow up fast so that I could have my own stuff, go wherever I wanted, and do whatever I felt like doing. But then you get grown, and you still can't do any of that crap. Now that I am older, I don't like it as much as I thought I would, and it looks like it'll only get even harder as I grow up even more. It's okay though. The waves don't need to hear about my problems or worries right now. Everyone has their share of problems to deal with. That's what they're trying to tell me. Because they're talking. Oh my goodness. Feels like Koala DeVille, but like Italian and old. Isn't it such a peaceful sound? My grandma surprises me from behind. I wonder how long she's been watching me. Or was it the waves she was watching? Or is she just creepy? Yeah. This is the best place to clear one's head when they need to. Is that what you're doing here, Shauna? I don't know. I don't think of anything. I'm just watching. I don't like talking to this lady very much. I never have. There's something really weird about her, and ghoulish. But I can never really figure out what it is. She's definitely a vampire. I can never find the words I want to use when she's around. It's just weird. Well, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just wanted to say hello and tell you that your cousins have arrived as well. No, I didn't forget. Today is our summer family get-together, and everyone is coming here for dinner. I never cared much for these kinds of things. They're never all that fun for me. My cousins aren't very close in age to me, so we aren't really friends. Plus, it isn't such a special occasion to me either. I mean, I see my cousins all the time. My dad and my uncle are very close. They even work together and are co-partners in their business. The business I'm not allowed to know anything about. That's why our families are always having visits and dinners together. Grandma's still looking at me. I haven't answered her yet. Hi. Because that's what she wanted to hear. Right? What else can I really say other than, okay? When you're done watching the waves, I'm sure your aunt and uncle would like to say hello to you too. She wanders off toward the house, and I'm left by myself again. Grandma has this weird way of talking. Sometimes she sounds like she's making a suggestion, when she's really just giving you an order, which is the most annoying passive-aggressive thing ever. Why can't you just say that? Now is one of those times, I think. I hate feeling cornered like that, but I feel like she ruined my train of thought anyway. I may as well head back to the house. We speed there with Goku's teleportation magic. Shauna, there you are. Hi, Dad. Come say hello to your aunt and uncle. There she is, getting more beautiful with each passing day. And so big. Hi. I don't have anything else to say. They make me feel shy saying things like that. I really like my aunt and uncle. Sometimes I wish my dad was more like Uncle Gerald. I don't think Uncle Gerald hits his kids. But you never know what happens behind closed doors. My Aunt Alice is a strict person, and she's always really serious. I don't think she's a bad person, though. Her and my mom get along really well, too. You're going to be quite the heartbreaker, young Missy. In fact, I suspect you already have boys falling for you left and right. Is that true? No. I almost yell it, partly out of embarrassment, but also partly because of the look on my dad's face. That weird, constipated look he gets sometimes. The reason he looks so mad now is because there is a boy. His name is Gavin. He's my friend. My dad doesn't like him, though. He says he's worthless and poor. And my dad yells at him every time he comes around our house. That never seems to stop Gavin, though. Most night he climbs up the side of our house and crawls through my window so that we can talk for a few hours. It's really, really sus, but we don't care. My dad has never caught him doing that yet. Still, I worry that what would happen if he ever did. You know, because my dad's crazy. Oh, I'm sure they're all just intimidated by your charming good looks and humble Italian upbringing. Pretty soon, though, they'll all be swarming like wasps, which is a creepy thing to say to a 12-year-old. Guess, well, nothing like a little pest control to end the summer with. Leave it to your old man to rein in on your parade. Kids, come say hello to your cousin. Saved. Thanks to Aunt Alice's quick thinking. Hey. How are you, Shauna? Oh my goodness, I think she was floating for a second. I'm fine. How are you? I hop up with my powers. I'm good, thank you. It all feels so fake. When our parents are watching, this is how we're expected to act around each other. Proper and polite. Izzy is pretty new at it since she's only 7 years old. She's just a few months older than my sister Amy. Kevin is older than I am. He's 15 and practically a grown-up now. Because that's what grown-up is to kids who are 12. It's weird to think that in 3 more years, the other kids will be looking up to me in the same way. Like I'm a grown-up. Shauna, why don't you and your cousins go inside the house to see your brothers? I haven't even noticed my mom standing there. Not until she started talking, I mean. She's not a ghost, I swear. Where else would she be, though? And now that I think about it, where is Maya? Maya is another one of my cousins, and she's just a baby. She's only 2. I look around, but I don't see her anywhere. They must have gotten a sitter for her tonight. Maybe she was acting up or something. I shrug to myself and leave my cousins inside the house towards the playroom. We make our way through the short hallways of my house, and the sounds of my younger brother's voices gets louder with each step we take. I can imagine what will happen when we get there. I'll be left standing in my corner, not having much to do or say. My brothers will fight with one another over the new racetrack they just got, and my cousin will watch stupidly from the side, hoping for a chance to try it out. I'll stay for a few minutes, but when no one is watching, I'll slip away to my room. You aren't doing it right, idiot. We all have little magic powers that make us float. It's my turn. I can do it how I wanna. You're just gonna mess it all up again. Nuh-uh. Stop fighting, you two. Kevin and Izzy are here and they get a turn too. Oh, hi. It's still my turn. I don't care about these people. I get the same old typical reaction from both of them. Ronnie is 10 and Birdie is only 8. And his name is Birdie. Parents must not have liked him very much. He's the youngest. Or we think. Ronnie is a lot more mature than Birdie, but you wouldn't know it by the way they argue all the time. I find them equally annoying. At the same time, though, I feel like Birdie has been acting really weird for the last while. He used to scream and yell and cry to get his way whenever he could. Lately, though, he doesn't do any of that. He's just very persistent. Is that the right word? I don't know. He's so sure of himself. He just gets this kind of look in his eyes, like a psycho. That staring look that he's giving right now. He's probably just growing up and becoming his own weird person. I guess I'm only making a big deal out of it because the change seems so sudden. He is still young, so he had to start changing at some point. Anyways, I guess that's my brothers for you. An odd pair, as my mom calls them. It's fine. I don't need a turn. I'm not very interested in race cars. And Izzy is probably too young to be playing with those things. I am not. Yes, you are. You're not the boss of me. I'm a big girl. Why's she look like that? Fine. Go ask mom and dad if you're so sure. But I didn't say I wanted a turn, just that I could if I wanted to. Yeah, huh? Izzy is just like that. Oh, Izzy is just like I was at 7 years old. Always quick to prove that she's adult enough to do whatever she likes. Someday she'll know what I know, that growing up is harder and harder all the time. I almost wanted to tell her that now, but I'm sure she wouldn't listen to me even if I did. Some things you just have to wait for in order to really understand. I feel weird leaving the room now, since Kevin and Izzy aren't going to play with the cars. There's no chance that they won't notice I'm gone either. I'm not really sure what I should do. Oops. Let's go back. Shauna, do you know where Amy is? Oh, I'd almost forgotten about her. Where the heck is that crazy 6-year-old? Izzy and Amy are always playing with each other because they're almost the same age. I hadn't expected her to be in here with my brothers, but I figured we would have seen her on the way here, or at the very least heard her. I guess she's in her room or something. I'm gonna go check, okay? Okay, I'll go with you. An escape. When Izzy and Amy start playing, I can move out to my own bedroom. It's the perfect plan. Oh my god, I'm bored. This is taking forever. As soon as we get up the stairs, we run into Amy in the hallway. Izzy! There you are. Have fun. I move away without any problem. They don't even notice me as I leave. Alone at last. I flop onto my comfy bed and shut my eyes for a few seconds. I can't stay up here forever, but it'll be okay for a little while. Wondering what I should do now that I'm free of everyone else. I open my eyes and... What the heck, bro? Hi. Scared ya. That's 'cause you're a creep. Gavin, what are you doing here? I was bored. 'Cause I don't have things to do. You know what my dad will do if he catches you going through my window? How do you even get in with them sitting out in the backyard? Well, I'm creepy, so I just know how to do that. Huh? Oh, I guess I've always been waiting here for a while. No one was back there when I first came in. This is bad. How are you gonna leave without them noticing? I don't know. I guess you're stuck with me for the night. He doesn't scare easily, but he has never been hit by my dad before either. Not that he doesn't have parents that would whoop his ass. If he had, he'd be shaking in his socks right now. This is bad. I need to come up with a plan for him to get out of here before my parents see him. You worry too much. No one is gonna catch me. That's what you say. Oh, that's what you said the last time you got caught wandering around our house. That was before you told me he was hitting me. It wasn't such a big deal for me back then. Besides, he's never caught me sneaking into your room before. It's the first time for everything. It's something I hear my parents say all the time. I don't know if it's true or if it's just some silly figure of speech, but it makes me worry anyway. Whatever. So tell me the rest of the story. The rest of what story? The one about your last dance competition. What year is this? Oops, I forgot. Last time Gavin was here, I was telling him about the dance competition I almost won last week. My parents started arguing really loudly, so Gavin left me before I could finish telling him about it. I'm gonna guess that this is a time before cell phones and stuff. Or maybe, that kind of stuff wasn't given the kids yet. The Nokia wasn't really around yet. They don't got that kind of stuff to communicate because I wouldn't be sneaking over nobody's house. I can't remember where I left off though. Where did I leave off? Carissa tripped and fell in the middle of her routine. So did you win? Oh yeah, no. I mean, she did fall, but the teacher still let her win. Even though I never made any mistakes, I still lost somehow. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I know. My dad got really angry and started yelling at the teacher and was asking what I did wrong, that I only came in second place. He did? Yeah, I was embarrassed. I could have died. My dad is a proud person, and his status means a lot to him. Even though he doesn't treat us all as well as he could at home, he doesn't let other people put us down or disrespect us in any way. I used to be okay with it because it felt like he really cared about me. But now I'm old enough to know it's just all about appearances and the way it makes him look. Sounds like it. He really screamed at her in front of everyone? My instructor is a boy, and yes, in front of everyone. Your teacher is a guy? Yes. What? That's weird. No, it isn't. It's classy. He'd be a true gentleman if he didn't hate me so much. Boys don't dance. Gavin, you're an idiot. A gentleman does. No, ballet is only for girls. It is not. It is too. Boy, you're gonna have to get up out of this room. He must have the mind of a girl or something if he does that. Yes. Gavin can be so stupid sometimes. I hate fighting with him over things like this. But he needs to learn. He needs to know what it's like to be a true gentleman. The only reason my dad doesn't like him is because he doesn't think he has what it takes to be one. We're also 12, and this kid literally sneaks into your room. He's not very bright. I always wonder what it would take to make my dad like him. Absolutely nothing. If I could someday get Gavin to act like a mature gentleman, maybe Dad would let him come to the house sometimes. You're so immature. I am not. And anyway, why does this teacher hate you so much? I don't know. Try to think back. I don't think I've ever done anything wrong during my recitals. But I do remember a bunch of times when my dad yelled at the teacher for not paying enough attention to me. It isn't my fault, but the teacher probably doesn't like me because of my dad. Who cares? He's just a mean person. And a girly man. Dumbass. I roll my eyes at him and make a long breathing noise. I do that a lot when I talk to him. I can't help it. It just happens automatically. I need to try and stop doing that though. I'm starting to think he likes it too much. Anyways, I should have won. Well, if it were a real competition, you probably would have. Yeah, that's true. I have one next month. Good. My stomach is feeling kind of weird right now. I'm worried about how I'm going to get him out of here. The best chance will be when dinner is ready. He can slip out when we're all seated at the dinner table in the kitchen. I keep thinking about it while we talk about stupid stuff. He doesn't look worried. He's never worried. Just then, I hear my mom's voice call out. Kids, dinner's ready. At a time. It's hard to enjoy talking with Gavin when I keep thinking my dad will burst through the door at any moment. I wish I was allowed to have him stay here. Time for me to go. Why did you even show up, bro? My dad is barbecuing, so he can't go out the way you came in. So I'll wait till he goes inside. He'll be going in and out until all the food's done. So I'll wait. Exactly. I wish I could be so sure. I guess there's nothing I can do but trust him. It's so hard not being in control of things. You know, this is exactly the kind of trouble a 12-year-old would get into. Make sure you wait at least 10 minutes. Yeah, I'll be fine. Okay. Okay, bye. I start to move towards my door, but I'm still not feeling any better about it. Maybe it's partly because I wish he could stay. He usually doesn't come to me until it's dark out. Since he was here early today, I'll have to wait extra long before seeing him again next time. Whenever that ends up being. Dinner was pretty boring. Maybe it's because my mind was somewhere else. I really don't think so, though. I always find these dinners to be boring. The parents talk, but they don't talk about anything interesting. Even though my dad and uncle work together, they never mention anything about it when they're around the rest of the family. When everyone finishes, I run back to my room, hoping no one notices me. I'd rather go back to the beach, but there's no reason to risk getting in trouble over it if they can't find me later on. Tonight of all nights, I just want the day to end peacefully. I'm so tired. Not my body, but my mind. My mind feels like it just wants to rest. As tired as I am, sleep doesn't come to me as quickly as I'd hoped. Maybe my body needs to get tired too. Or I could just fake sleeping so that my dad doesn't hurt me or something. I feel like sleep is just within my grasp, but I don't know how to take that final step into it. I'm only half awake when I hear everyone saying their goodbyes at the front door. Only now does it occur to me that Grandma is staying here for the night, and she'll be sleeping in my room. I guess it's the couch for me tonight. Darn, that did it. I'm wide awake again. Shauna! My evil dad calls from the front hall. He sounds really angry. I guess our company is gone now, except for Grandma. I can hear him stumping up the stairs towards my room. I knew there was no way to keep this night peaceful. The door crashes open and he appears in the doorway. Young lady, you have some explaining to do. That was extremely rude of you to disappear to your room all night without even having the courtesy to come and say goodbye to our guests. Sorry, I'm tired. That's no excuse for such deliberate discourtesy. We've raised you better than that. I'm really sorry. He looks hard and long at me. His eyes tear into mine, and I have to look away in fright. I don't know what else to do. Do you think I wouldn't know what was going on here? Do you think I'm stupid? Yes. I don't know what he's talking about now, but it can only mean that things are going to get a lot worse really fast. Where is he? Huh? Girl, why are you smiling? I know I'm laughing and stuff, but a bit of this is a bit dramatic, I guess. Don't you play games with me, young missy. Where's that little street brat? He's not here. Don't you lie to me. Come on out, you little heathen. Who says that? What year is this? He isn't here. I see how it is. Gone in the nick of time, eh? Do you think that means I'm just going to let you get away with it? No, of course not. This night can only end one way for me, and all I can do is sit here and take it. I give my saddest puppy dog face anyway, even though it never works on him. I raised you better than this. It's time for you to grow the heck up. Why did I just censor that? It's time for you to grow the fuck up, Shauna. And until you do, your punishments are only going to get worse. Whatever that means. He rolls up his sleeves and takes a step closer. I whimper as I close my eyes and cover my face with my hands. He's just going to pull them away, but they're raised up there automatically. I feel his hands grab my wrists, and I know it's about to start. Xander. Out. She has to learn. Xander, it's your mother. I'll be there in 5 minutes. You need to come now. She's not breathing. Wow, end of chapter 1. Would you like to read tips? Let's just say yes, just so that, because we get choices in this round, so let's see. What do you want, Bianchi? And just what have I done to deserve such rudeness? You're here, aren't you? So what's that supposed to mean? It means, Hans, you're a constant thorn in my side. So what do you want now? You're breaking my heart, Miss Gallo. After all these years, you still think of me as some hapless, evil lowlife bent on destroying everything I've built since arriving in this forsaken town? Yes. Jeez. Enough with the falsities. Get to the point. Very well. It is with a heavy heart that I must inform you of a betrayal within your family. Why, you... Please just wait. I have proof. What proof? These photos were taken outside of the main warehouse just last week. Is your son? Impossible. He doesn't even know about This is... Like I said, it seems like your boyo here is trying to go into business for himself. Snagging the big guns from old mommy dearest right from under her nose. There has to be some kind of an explanation. He wouldn't dare. It's clear as day. I'm here doing you a favor. Taking this to you before the rest of your men find out the truth. Who have you shown these to? Just my boys and whatnot. Look, either you deal with this yourself, or I take these photos to the others. And you know they ain't gonna let you off so easy like. You bastard. I'm just the messenger. You know what has to be done. Our entire family's name is at stake. Know what I'm saying? Do you honestly expect me to have my own son killed? That's none of my business. Of course, I do expect to be compensated for keeping my mouth shut this long. Of course you do. What is it you want? Just a piece of the Southside operation is all. And if I do nothing, what happens then? Your family loses face, and who knows what else? Maybe the others decide you ain't worth trusting no more. Maybe they decide to take you all down together. And what of my other son? Do you suspect he has anything to do with this? Nah, he's a nerd. He's clean as a whistle. Do what you have to do, or someone else will. That's all I'm telling you. Do we have an agreement? Yes, Bianchi. You can have your cut of the Southside operation. Pleasure doing business with you, as always. And good luck. No doubt you'll be needing it. How could he? Could he do this to me? My own son. 'Cause he's a piece of trash. Chapter 2. Ronnie's Shadow. Well, you guys, this is where I'm going to end it. I guess with the grandmother out of the picture, the family's in danger now. So maybe things will heat up in the second part of this. But anyway, we'll see.